First of all, I want to tell you that the Church of God is in victory. How many people believe that? All three of you. God bless you. Praise the Lord. But how many people here know that the Church of God is in victory? Amen? Amen? God is doing some awesome things. El Señor está haciendo unas cosas tremendas. And maybe in America, you don't see it. Maybe in America we're a little bit comfortable, and maybe in America we watch a little bit too much TV. And maybe in America we watch a little bit too much Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. Maybe we're too involved in that. However, on the other side of this world, especially like places like North Korea, Iran, Iraq, Czechoslovakia, Russia, China, north and south of Japan, Vietnam, these places, people cannot go to church. You see how we're here in the church right now in the building and we're above ground and all the lights are on and the neighborhood around is watching us and everything's okay. We don't have police coming in to say you can't be here. On the other side of the world, there are people dying by the hundreds every single day just because they had a Bible in their house. In North Korea, they kill Christians by the hundreds every single week just because they found a Bible in their house. Now, you and I, we have Bibles here. Praise God. We have them out in the open. Everybody can see our Bibles. Hallelujah. We can walk through the streets and we can tell everybody, hey, look, you know what? The truth is inside this word, and you're going to go home and you're going to sleep in your bed tonight. On the other side of the world, if they show a glimpse of this scripture, they go to their houses. They seize their house. They seize their properties. They take away their life. They take away their freedom. Yet you and I have the ability and the privilege, let me tell you, the privilege to have the Bible in our hands today, to go into an open church, to praise God open and say, God, you are good, you are a king, you are merciful, you are worthy, and God can be glorified here in the wide open space. Hallelujah. That should fill you with joy. Hallelujah. Because there will come a time, brothers and sisters, and the time is coming very quickly where we might not be able to do this for long. Are you watching the news? Genesis chapter 18. Praise the Lord. I'd like to urge everybody in here, all my brothers and sisters, that when you pray, that you pray very much for the nation that we are living in, that you pray for our leaders, that you pray for our Senate, for our Congress, pray especially for my military. Guys, pray for my military. It's getting harder and harder and harder to be a Christian in the military. Right now, overseas, how people know that Ramadan is going on? That's an Islamic holiday. And it goes a month long. It's a month long. And my military, the United States military, is obliged. We're not asked. We are obliged that we are overseas. We must adhere to the Ramadan rules. Even though we do not serve the Lord, we don't serve their God and we don't celebrate Ramadan, the United States military is obligated by order of our President of the United States of America, God bless his soul, that we must keep Ramadan over there overseas. Even if you are a Christian. And anyone who does not is subject to UCMJ. For those of you who do not understand that, that is the military code of justice. So you should be subject to martial law. Court martial. You can go to jail. They can fine you. They can even separate you from the military. Okay, so it's happening and it's real right now. This is going on. This is not something that's going to happen 10 years down the line. This is happening today. So we must pray very much for our brothers and sisters in the military. Pray a lot for our leaders, that God bless them with wisdom, and that we come back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Amen. The book of Genesis, chapter 18. We're going to begin at verse 17. I'm going to be reading quite a lot, so I'm going to ask you that, by the time being, that you indulge me while we read this portion of the scriptures. From 17 to verse 33, it reads in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. And the Lord said, shall we hide from Abraham what I am doing? Since Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I have known him in order that he may command his children and his household after him, that they keep the ways of the Lord to do righteousness and justice, that the Lord may bring to Abraham what he has spoken to him. And the Lord said, Because the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, because of their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry against it, and against it that has come unto me, and if not, I will know. Then the men turned away from there and went towards Sodom, but Abraham stood there before the Lord. And Abraham came near and said, would you also destroy the righteous with the wicked? It's a powerful statement, amen? Suppose there were 50 righteous in the city. Would you also destroy the place and not spare it for the 50 righteous that were in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing as this, to slay the righteous with the wicked, so that the righteous should be just as the wicked. Far be it from you. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, I will spare the place for their sake. Then Abraham answered and said, indeed now I, who am but dust and ashes, have taken it upon myself to speak to the Lord. Praise God, amen. This guy was daring, he was bold, hallelujah. I'll speak to the Lord. Suppose there were 5 less than the 50 righteous, would you destroy the city for the lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 45, I will not destroy it. Then he spoke to him yet again and said, suppose there should be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for the sake of the 40. And he said, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Suppose 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. Then he said, indeed now I have taken it upon myself to speak to the Lord. Suppose 20 should be found there. And he said, I will not destroy for the sake of the 20. And he said, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak but once more. Suppose 10 should be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 10. So the Lord went his way as soon as he had finished speaking with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. Amen. Before the night is over, we want to speak on the topic, God of chances. El Dios de las oportunidades. Amen. Hallelujah. Vamos a orar. Pedir al Señor que nos guarde y nos hable de su palabra. Father, in the name of Jesus, we come before you today. We want to bless you. We want to give you glory and honor.